What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude. Let's talk about the record-breaking cash on hand on Berkshire Hathaway's balance sheet, estimated to be at $277 billion. And why would Warren Buffett even do this? He sold a big portion of his two biggest positions. Is he even trying maybe to save the US economy? Let's talk about all of this in today's video. So, long story short, yes, the two biggest positions on the balance sheet of the Berkshire Hathaway company are obviously Apple and the Bank of America, and methodically for the last several months they have been selling a very big portion of these two positions. In addition to other positions they have been selling also for the last several months. Right now the cash on hand is estimated to be at $277 billion. It is even estimated that Warren Buffett sold approximately a half of his entire stake in Apple. These once again are billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. His second biggest position, the Bank of America, was also being sold for the last several months, and just for example, in one last month alone, $3 billion worth of shares of this company were sold. I mean, yes, we can all put a tinfoil hat and try to be conspiracy theorists, saying that this guy sold his positions right before this correction started, but to be honest, if you think about it, I think that the real reason goes far deeper. The reason number one is that Bank of America, the biggest part of this position, was built more than a decade ago, almost at the very bottom of after the greater financial crisis, which gave Berkshire Hathaway the gain of approximately 800% in a little bit over 13 years. And right now, when the shares already are in their very high valuations estimations, right now it might not be as good, as profitable for them to continue holding them. Instead, they decided to lock in some profits. Another reason, which is also closely related to the reason number one, is that as soon as the Federal Reserve starts to cut the interest rates, and since bank is obviously the major financial institution heavily dependent on these interest rates, long story short, as soon as the rates start to go down, the revenue will be affected significantly. Mortgages will come at lower rates, car payments, car financing, leases, all this will bring way less money to banks, so this could be one of the biggest reasons why they decided to lock in some profits. And reason number three is that potentially once again the Berkshire Hathaway is preparing for some potential future upcoming recession, so they're just building a very big cash position. Remember, $277 billion, more than $250 billion. These are space level numbers. And well, maybe just selling Bank of America and Apple, it was just a part of a bigger sale. It's not just like that he was selling only these two companies. Right here, for example, you can see how Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio changed over the last several months. The positions which are in the gray line is how they used to be, and now the blue line is the new position, estimated approximately at the moment of recording this video. So as you can see, Apple decreased all the way to 30% within Warren Buffett's portfolio. But potentially there is one more reason why Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett were selling heavily over the last several months. And the reason for this is that right now Berkshire Hathaway holds even more US Treasuries than the entire Federal Reserve. Just think about it. Approximately $234 billion are invested in the US Treasuries, while Federal Reserve itself only holds approximately $195 billion. I mean, we can guess and debate countless number of hours why would he do it, but if you think about it, the very first logical explanation is the following. Once again, right now US economical system is not that stable, to say the least. The US national debt is skyrocketing, it is way more as a percentage in terms of GDP, I mean, this is just ridiculous. This is a huge problem for the US financial system, and Warren Buffett even himself, he was saying that never bet against America. Maybe, just maybe, one quick thought that buying Treasuries, US Treasuries, somehow Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway are trying to help the US economy to stabilize at least a little bit. Because if this, if the US economy fails, Berkshire Hathaway will obviously lose a lot of money, Warren Buffett himself loses a lot of money, the rest of the world will be significantly affected. So maybe, I'm not gonna say this is like a gesture of goodwill, it's not like that he is giving this money to the US financial system without return. No, maybe, just maybe, this is just one of the ways he's trying to save the country, because I think Warren Buffett, he does love America. And while this might be some pretty wild assumptions, guys, I'm pretty curious to hear what you think, so please let me know down below in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching, please like this video, subscribe to my channel if this was interesting, informative or both, and see you tomorrow.